Technology import-driven strategy. Is it the root cause of growing skill gap and eroding competitiveness in industrial economy in most of the developing countries? Developing countries are being prescribed, you import technology, design of products, and add value through labor and natural resources. Upon importing the readily usable technologies, often they figure out skilled human resources not available in the market. Starting from operation of those machines to repairing, they figure out significant skill gap. And they keep complaining, why doesn't education system or the training institutions do produce needed skilled human resource? But you see, there is always a time lag. All of a sudden, a farm or a group of farms import off-the-shelf high-end industrial technologies from advanced countries and expect that human resource for operating, maintaining those technology-based production facilities be readily available. How is it possible? Because education system, training institutions are not exposed to those technologies before. Instead of forecasting the likely technology growth, instead of developing the strategy of aligning education system, training institutions to adapt those technologies, they just go and buy them and expect them needed human capacity should have been made available. Then what they do, they recruit foreign trainers to train people. And often those trained people do not stay with them. Once machineries start showing some troubles, then they wait for days or even weeks for that equipment suppliers to send their technicians to repair those machines and making the plants up and running. So due to this deficiency strategic approach of even being a smart technology user, they are suffering from non-availability of skilled workforce and oftentimes shutdown of their plants because they keep waiting for their foreign technicians to show up to repair their machines. On the other hand, day by day, those capital machineries or equipments are being developed to reduce the labor content, to reduce the raw material content. As a result, technology importing countries are finding themselves increasingly in weaker position to add value. On the other hand, companies operating in those countries, which are technology provider, even with their high wages of their people, are finding themselves in a comparatively advantageous position. Because in one hand, labor requirement is falling in production. On the other hand, they need not to wait for days and months to get people to make their plans up and running when there is a difficulty, or there is a problem, or there is a bug. On the other hand, skilled human resources are available in those countries because those countries are developing technologies and people are participating, starting from students, researchers, industry practitioners. As a result, even before the emergence of the ready-to-use technological solutions, human resource capacities are being developed along the way or before the emergence of those technologies. So what should developing countries do? What should firms in developing countries do? They should have a technology forecasting capacity. They should focus on what might likely happen over the next 5 years, 10 years, 20 years. Accordingly, they should develop the capacity of figuring out the smart integration or smart adaptation of those technologies into their production. And they should also figure out how to customize them to fit well in their productive activities, because many of the cases those technologies are not developed just for the requirement of particular farm or particular industry in a particular developing country. So they need to focus on the customization capacity. Moreover, those technologies are not static, they are continuously evolving, so they should focus on also research and innovation to keep improving them. This integrated approach of preparing for the future would address the two core issues. Number one, skill gap will be reduced. Number two, their operational difficulties would reduce because of the availability of skilled people in the society. And moreover, they will be able to customize those solutions, customize those imported technologies to fit their requirement well. As a result, the benefit from the imported technology would be far higher. And at the country level, this strategy would also create new jobs in the society, in their countries. As a result, their competitive advantage will have a little bit upper edge. In absence of this competency, or in absence of this strategy, or in absence of this focus, they're simply suffering from continued erosion of their capability of producing economic outputs in this globally connected competitive market economy.